What's up? It's Chris here. Welcome to another video of Official Thenx. Today I'm here with Jack again, and I'm going to teach him how to do more pull-ups. Alright Jack, so before we begin to learn how to do more pull-ups, let's see your pull-ups. Alright, that's really good. So let's start with the basics. Okay, I'm going to take you over here and we're going to learn Australian pull-ups. Okay, so you want to find a bar that's about waist height, and you can find this in the gym on a Smith machine. And the cool thing about the Smith machine is you can hook it to different angles, right? So the lower the angle that you go on this movement, the harder it is, and the higher it is, obviously, the easier it is. You can also find this in the park on a dip bar. And that's what's really cool about this move being the first starting basic movement, is that anyone can do this. You know, like your grandma can do this, right? Yeah. Pulling from here, right? Yeah. So eventually, the lower you go, the harder it gets, right? Yeah. Obviously, this bar is a little too low, so you want to go to a Smith machine where you can make it higher, or you can bring it to the rings where it's easier to change your elevation. So you just pull from here, you walk down, and as you walk down, it gets harder. Oh, got it. It's harder, right? So let's take it back to the Australian pull-up. The basics behind the Australian pull-up is you want to do a movement like you're doing a push-up, but the opposite of a push-up. You're pulling, but the movement looks the same from here. So we're gonna have our feet on the ground like this, and we're gonna be straight from our heel to our shoulder. Straight line, okay? No arch. We're going to pull straight to our chest and come all the way back down. That's a complete repetition, okay? All the way to the chest, all the way back down. Okay. So that's an Australian pull-up. I want you to try some. Tell me how you feel. Let your heels up. Yep. Yep. Come up a little bit more. So you see, if you come up, you change the angle. Exactly. Come up to your chest. Good. All right. Good. All right, that looks good. Okay, so once you can basically do about 3 of these, which I'm sure is super basic, we're going to start to introduce more grips. And the different grips are going to be targeting different muscles in your back, and it's also going to be increasing the range of the muscles that you're using as well in your back. So it's going to make the movement of pulling a lot easier. So we're going to try to hold a wide grip. And we're going to see what that feels like. Just do a couple. So you feel the difference now? Oh yeah. All right, and now let's try a closed grip with your hands all the way closed. Good, so now you see, you can feel more inner back. Great. Okay, so these movements right here are the first basic building blocks to learning how to do officially what you just did, that pull-up, right? Yeah. And how to increase these repetitions right here eventually will help to increase your pull-ups. But this is just the start. So if you can't do pull-ups yet, you want to start right here doing Australian pull-ups. So your first workout, if you're at this stage right here, is to play with wide shoulder close. Choose a number that you're comfortable with, that you can rep out on each one. So if that number is 3, if the number is 2, even if the number is 1, you get that number and you maximize that number. So you max out on your last repetition of each exercise. When you're at the last pull-up of the wide, let's say, you're gonna hold it for as long as you can and then come down as slow as you can. And then you're gonna do that with each grip. All right, so let's try. So let's choose the number 4. We're gonna rep out 4 each, hold the last grip as long as you can, and then come down as slow as you can.
Okay, so start as wide as possible?
Yep. 1, 3, and 4. So hold it right there, as long as you can. When you can't hold it anymore, you come down. So you see, most people, they do their reps, and then they stop, right? But this is also going past the number of reps that you could have done before. Perfect. So now let's hold, exactly, shoulder width. Also, you guys can take a tiny break in between each one, but try to do them really consecutive. If you can even do all of them without letting go of the bar, even better. All right? Hold it as long as you can. So this holding thing is still contracting your muscle, as you can see. And then when you can't hold anymore, you're still contracting the muscle by going all the way out. So you're getting the most of your repetitions. Someone would normally just stop there. All right, 1, 2, 3, last one, 4, hold it. All right, so if you guys are trying this, and girls, and you feel like, oh, I can only do 3 Australian pull-ups, or I can only do 4. You do this, you go 4, 4, 4, you just did 12. So you just trick the brain into doing more repetitions than you thought you could. And as well, you're holding at the last one, so you're going above and beyond, and then you're doing the negative, which is doing things that nobody does when they're doing the repetitions, and which is why it takes them so long to either learn how to do a pull-up or how to get better at the pull-ups. So definitely incorporate these things. So the first thing you want to do is that, wide shoulder close. Pick a number for each one, hold the top, and come down as slow as you can. And then the next one we're going to do right after that is max out as each one, as many as you can, and then hold the top, and then come down as slow as you can, maxing it out. The last one. Good. So these reps right here, the number is not important. This is where you don't want to be focusing on a number. You want to be focusing on how well you can do each movement, especially under fatigue. So each rep needs to look perfect. Amazing, Jack. So as you can see, if you guys are stuck at 2 pull-ups, 3 pull-ups, something like that, this is definitely, a week of this is definitely going to increase tremendously your pull-up repetition, even though you're not actually doing pull-ups, you're doing Australian pull-ups. The Australian pull-up is letting you put some of the weight onto your feet, so you're not completely lifting your whole body, helping you do more repetitions. This is exactly how I started doing it, and I was able to build from 1 pull-up to 10 pull-ups. Okay, so now, once you've been doing this for a while, and you're able to increase these repetitions right here to about 4, 5, 6 pull-ups, and you're almost at that 10, what you want to do is start incorporating these movements right here. And now, Jack, I know you're super tired. Let's take a little break, and we're going to be right back.